Me and my wife have had that conversation. If I had a daughter, I'm not changing diapers.
A lot of men say that having a daughter made them respect women without realizing that's because that's the first time they seen a vagina they couldn't objectify. You spend your whole life seeking pleasure from a body part while disregarding the full humanity of the person who carries that body part. To the point that our respect for women is proportionate to our attraction to them. Because only through respect can we access that body part. As men, we can say we like women, but don't like their conversation, their interests, their thinking, their business acumen, and everything else that we ascribe to womanhood that isn't meant for our pleasure. That's because we're taught to view women not as people deserving of equal love, care, and opportunity, but as objects for our consumption and pleasure and satisfaction. If you don't unpack that before you have a daughter, then having a daughter is going to force you to do one of three things. You might reevaluate your views of women because you realize you want for your daughter the same things you want for yourself, and in order for that to be true, the whole world has to change for women. You might add your daughter to a list of exceptions. A woman you protect not out of solidarity or respect, but out of ownership and proximity. Or you might detach entirely and avoid the physical and emotional labor of care. You use discomfort as a shield, or the fact that your body and her body is just so different as a cover to continue your misogynistic frameworks. Because if your daughter's body is so much different from yours and you can't bathe her or change her diapers, then maybe you should learn. Ask your wife. Look it up. For a body part you've loved most of your life, you sure know very little about it because it's not in the context and you got taught to use it. But the truth is, your daughter is probably the first girl or woman you've ever had respect for and cared about without needing anything from them. And you should ask yourself why, and then learn how to do better. Because your daughter doesn't need to be your first lesson in her humanity. She deserves a world where you've already learned.